Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to talk about these Pokémon vending machines. They are popping up in more and more places. There are more and more places you can go and actually pick them up. And just actually before we start here, on the official Pokémon Center website, they have gone and literally just put a list of where they are. So you can look state by state and actually see where these vending machines are. So I will make sure I link that in the description. So if you want to go and search out where they are for you, I will pop that in the description. You can go and have a gander. Jobs are good 'un. But I've been following this for a couple of weeks now. And I think it's time we have a little bit of a chat about these Pokemon vending machines and are they actually working? Because, well, this has been doing the rounds recently. This comes from Reddit. Now, shout out to Pokemon Alerts and News for alerting me to this. But to be fair, I've seen it in like 6 different places. This is just where I saw it this morning. Point is, comes from Reddit initially, and it says this. Hello. So I work in a store that has a Pokemon vending machine, and I've never seen this until tonight. I go in to see if anything is in the machine, and the card reader is acting funny, like it says, please remove card, but there's no card in it, so that begs the question, why? Turns out people all over the place are doing this thing where they break a gift card and jam it into the end of the card reader to make it look like it's malfunctioning or broken. It's not broken. I looked inside and lo and behold, there it was jammed in there. I'm just posting this so everyone can know, and these people and their stupid schemes can't be fully done. So again, if you come across a machine that just says remove card on the card reader, check inside and get an employee to help unjam it. I really hope this helps, and please upvote so that more people will see it. Well, I'm going to put it in this video so that more people see it, so that hopefully we can stop scams like this working. But the thing is, we've seen too many stories like this over the past few weeks. These stories keep coming out. Want another example? OC Pokemon Restocks posted this. Per source, vending machine vendor is currently restocking OC vendings, but has a friend following and only stocking if his friend is first. He apparently showed up to a vending machine that had a line and pretended to open the machine doors to put it into maintenance mode and left. Just to be clear, I am reporting and sharing with you what other people have shared. I do not have any insider information. I do not know if this is true. I am just showing with you some examples of the kind of stories that I have seen over the past few weeks. I'm showing you where they come from, and I'm sharing them so we can have a discussion about them. I do not know how true this is. I do not have any first-hand information. Please take it with a pinch of salt. But we've seen too many of these stories. There was one I saw the other day which was basically along the lines of people were queuing up from 4:30 in the morning, and then before the store opened, an employee came and cleared it out and the manager was in on it. Again, I don't know how true this is. But what I am saying to you is that I'm seeing these kind of stories pop up over and over again. I am seeing too many of these stories pop up, and that's why I think it's time we need to have a chat about this, because it does seem to be a bit of an issue. And far more often than that, we're seeing posts like this from Flack80k over on Twitter. Every time I go to Pokemon's vending machine, it's empty. Did scalpers win, or is this by design? Well, right now, in a lot of places, maybe the scalpers are winning. But in a minute, I'm going to tell you why there's actually a lot of cause for optimism, because Pokemon are actively working to help this, which is awesome. And also, and I've told you this many times, but I'm going to keep telling you dudes, we are getting reprints. Like, that has been confirmed, that has been announced, that is official. Pokemon know this, and I know a lot of people like to just say, well, why don't Pokemon print more? Well, they are. Like 18% of all Pokemon cards ever printed in the 25-year history of the game were printed last year. That's a ridiculous number. We just have demand which is outstripping that right now. Pokemon are aware. Pokemon are printing more. We know they are working on reprints. We know this is happening. It is just, it's taking longer than we would like, frankly. It sucks. And it's not going to be fixed overnight in every location, let's be perfectly clear. It is not just going to magically be fixed everywhere overnight and just perfect now. That's not going to happen. We are going to continue seeing this. And we're going to continue seeing things that are sold out, and it's going to be a bit annoying, and it's not going to be as fun as we would like. But it does feel like things are already starting to get better. And yes, I know that there are still a lot of stories out there about people not being able to find these. But then I've been having a look around, and I keep seeing a bunch of other tweets. I mean, let's take Pokemon Switch stock. They tweeted this out, and it gives a nice clear look at the top of the notice on the vending machine here. What does it say? Loitering is not permitted. Machine inventory will be released periodically. Products will have purchase limits. There are 3 important parts of that statement. Number 1, loitering will not be permitted. Now, obviously I know this is very hard to police. Pikachu is not going to be hiding behind a bin, jumping out at you if you're there too long. However, it's there written on the machine, which makes it much easier for staff in the stores, and this is why it's written there. It makes it easier for staff in the stores to go, come on, dude, you've been here a bit too long. We can, ask you to move now. And I know stores don't need these things written on the machines to do this. Stores can do as they like, but it makes it easier. In theory, it leads to fewer arguments. This is a good thing. The second thing there, machine inventory will be released periodically. This is wonderful. This is fantastic. Because one of the issues we have is the machine gets restocked. Somebody just goes and buys it all. It's sold out, we're gone. That's not ideal. Whereas if it's released periodically, sure, that person can go there when it's restocked and buy everything they're allowed to buy. That still sucks. We don't like this, let's be clear. But then, over time, more stuff gets released. And unless the person is just literally sitting there waiting all day, which I suppose they might be, but I'm willing to bet probably not. Hey, look, at some point it's going to open up and more is going to be available for other people. This is a good thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very, very, very good thing. We like this. The third thing we see here, products will have purchase limits. Now, I don't exactly know how these are policed. We don't have these in the UK as far as I'm aware for me to go and check. But it seems pretty obvious that they would be linked to card, right? Now, could you use multiple cards with multiple names on from... Yeah, probably, honestly. But are you going to be able to sit there and continually use the same bank card to clear out the entire stock? I don't think you will. This is all wonderful. And again, I'm going to give some love to Pokemon here, because this is a problem. And look, Pokemon are going out of their way to try and find a solution to this. And I'm not saying it's perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I am not saying that every single one of you watching this is going to be able to go to your local vending machine and find stock, because that's probably not going to happen. But firstly, remember, I will link where they are in the comment section. And secondly, or in the description, I keep seeing tweets from people that are finding stock lately. I'm seeing quite a lot of tweets lately from people who are having success with these vending machines. Johnny Crambo tweeted out, "Dude, I hit the jackpot today. Pokemon vending machine score." And they got booster bundle from 5 different sets and a Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer box. And because these are the proper Pokemon vending machines, that's all at retail. Gator EX tweeted out, "Finally got to try a Pokemon vending machine, so it seems like the purchase limits are working. Got my Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer box," which is awesome. Dash and Wizard finally found some Pokemon cards in stock at the vending machine. I used to find quite a few here, even Evolving Skies for the longest time, but the last 6 months people sniped the spot, took some Surging Sparks, left some for the rest too. What do we think's changed? Yeah, purchase limits and periodic release of stock seems to be doing the trick. And again, I'm sure there's plenty of you watching this right now going, "Come on, Wassy, I am trying, and this is not my experience, but I'm telling you things are getting better. And that at least is wonderful. Chris Mollier, can't believe I found a Pokemon vending machine that actually had stuff in stock. Crazy. And I'm just sharing a little snippet of tweets I've seen over the past kind of couple of weeks. There are plenty of people that are actually having success. And this is awesome. One more, Mosasaurus Roll. What a Twitter name. Mosasaurus, best dinosaur. Come at me in the comments if you disagree. But they managed to find a 151 booster bundle. Did not expect to see this when clicking on the Pokemon vending machine today. So yes, there are a lot of stories about Pokemon vending machines being less than ideal, to put it mildly. And yes, there are a lot of disappointed people out there that aren't getting what they want. But by the same token, I am seeing more and more stories and tweets from people who are having success here, and I think that is absolutely wonderful. And with the purchase limits coming in, that's got to be helping. The periodic stock release seems to be helping. Things do seem to be getting better. By better, I don't mean perfect and fixed, but I do mean better, and that's kind of wonderful. But I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear your experience. Do you have one of these vending machines near you? How lucky have you gotten? Let me know in the comment section. Get us. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely Ray of Light, who's been a supporter of ours for a long time now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.